For more on this, let's bring in NewsNation legal contributor Jesse Weber joining us now. Jesse, I'm so glad to have you on this morning to break this all down. Can we start with that text message? I mean, Wade's ex-law partner not disputing that he sent a text saying that Fani Willis and Wade were, quote, absolutely dating before she hired him on as special prosecutor. But then, Jesse, he testified that he was only speculating about the relationship.
Yeah, it's serious credibility issues that the judge is going to have to sort through. Let's just put this in context about why this matters, right? So if Nathan Wade and Fani Willis had a relationship before she hired him, that looks really bad. That makes it look like she hired her boyfriend for the biggest prosecution. She knew he was going to be paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the allegation is that then she benefited from that because he used that money to pay for vacations. If you can show the relationship happened after she hired him, it's not as bad. And you have this text message from Terrence Bradley to the lead defense attorney, or one of the lead defense attorneys, saying, absolutely, this relationship happened before 2019, which is in stark contrast to what Fani Willis and Nathan Wade both testified to earlier in this hearing. So it's a question of if they're telling the truth. Now, I will tell you, even if the judge accepts that they're not telling the truth about the relationship, I cannot tell you definitively, Markie, that that means that Fani Willis will be disqualified from this case. It may say that she has bad judgment, but it may not rise to the level where she has to be kicked off of the prosecution of Donald Trump.
Yeah, and then per Elizabeth's reporting that we just heard, you know, Terrence Bradley then said nearly 60 times that he didn't recall why he said absolutely. I mean, the attorneys are smart. I mean, there's no way you wouldn't recall why you said that in the first place. How do you think that landed with the judge?
Not great. Remember, this is not a jury deciding this. This is a judge who knows the ins and outs of these questions. He knows what they're trying to get at. And remember, he has provided a lot of leeway for this hearing to have this evidence come in. Now, again, I think what the problem for Mr. Bradley is, not only does he have these issues of credibility, there's also been an allegation that he might have had a beef with Nathan Wade. Remember, Nathan Wade fired him when these allegations of sexual misconduct on the part of Mr. Bradley came out. So the idea was, did he just go to Ashley Merchant back in the day and say, absolutely, I know they had a relationship before, because he was angry at Nathan Wade and now he had an about face? There's a lot of issues here with him, and it's going to be up to the judge to sort through who's telling the truth about this.
Yeah, and I know the defense accusing Terrence Bradley of being coached by his attorneys. My last question to you, Jesse, even if Fani Willis stays on the case, I mean, has the damage already been done? And what do those impacts look like? Not just on, you know, I guess the judge, but also just the court of public opinion.
And a potential jury. They're seeing all of this.
True.
There is such a cloud over this prosecution, even before the Nathan Wade issue came. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You know, Fani Willis went on national television 40 times during the investigation of Donald Trump, which I thought was inappropriate. She posted something inappropriate about Lindsey Graham back in the day during the investigation. We know that the head grand juror, the foreperson, did all those media interviews. There's a cloud over this. And when you're prosecuting the former president of the United States on some very serious charges, you don't want to have any impropriety. You don't want to have any appearance of a conflict. And I think right now there's a strong argument that in light of what is happening, even if the judge says she should stay on the case, she should give some serious thought about stepping down, to which might be the best thing for this prosecution.
Yeah, we'll see if the final ruling comes down in coming days and if it's game over for her or if she stays on. Jesse Weber, appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.